250. It is a beautiful day here in Tennessee, but it has rained the past 2 days. But today, no chance of rain, calm winds, clear skies, and a great day for racing. But because of the rain the past couple of days, the cars did not get a chance to qualify. They will line them up here on the track as you see them warming up now, according to driver point standings. And the young man who will start on the pole has never raced here before. 25-year-old Bobby Labonte will take the green flag from the point. He is flanked by the veteran Jimmy Hensley from Horse Pasture, Virginia. Back to row 2, a couple of veteran drivers, Chuck Bound, who runs real well on the short tracks, and a young man who's having his best season ever in Busch Series competition, Elton Sawyer. Back to row 3, the man who has had the hot hand on the short tracks, having won at Martinsville and Hickory, is Tommy Houston, and he is flanked by last year's Rookie of the Year, young Kenny Wallace. Row 4, 1988 Series champion Tommy Ellis, and a man who grew up on the short tracks just outside of Pittsburgh, driving car number 96 is Tom Peck. A pair of Oldsmobiles up front as we're getting ready for the green flag here for this Budweiser 250. 250 laps here on the half-mile track at Bristol International Raceway. Bobby Scruggs holding him down, ready for the green flag. Coming out of turn 4, and the green is waving. They head for turn 1. Jimmy Hensley like he shot out of a cannon out of turn 2.
This is a longer race than they normally run. It's extended to 250 laps this year as opposed to 200 in the past.
You're taking a look there at Dale Earnhardt. He is the black car number 3 who started toward the rear of the field, now being shown in the 5th position. They are chasing Jimmy Hensley. There's Earnhardt just behind the Tom Peck car. Tom Peck is the blue car with the white number 96 on the side. And now he's holding off the 3-time Winston Cup champion, Dale Earnhardt. Let's take a look back in the pack. They're really mixing it up back. And there is Bobby Labonte, the current point leader, and Dale Jarrett, who made an unscheduled stop early on, Ned, for some problems.
Yes, he had a right rear tire flat during one of the caution periods. He is still in the lead lap. And just a moment ago, he passed the Joe Nemechek car on the outside. Jerry, I couldn't believe that this early in the race that we'd see somebody pass on the outside, but Jarrett did it. Now he's trying to go on the inside of Bobby Labonte.
Bobby Labonte was the pole sitter when we started just a little bit ago because of the point standings, but he has never run here at Bristol, Tennessee, so he has been warned by his father and crew chief Bob Labonte to take it very easy at tiptoe here early on. And now Dale Jarrett trying to make a move inside. He is currently being shown in the 15th position, trying to take 14th away from Bobby Labonte, and he will do it coming out of turn 4.
And Mark Martin will follow him right down on the inside. Once Labonte went high, gave Jarrett and Mark Martin the opening they needed, so they moved on around.
There's L.D. Ottinger, 2-time series champion, Ronald Earnhardt's rear bumper, and Earnhardt trying to get down to the inside. Very little passing, with the exception maybe of Dale Jarrett a moment ago. Very little passing has been done on the outside, Ed.
That's true. Earnhardt thought he had an opening right there, but Peck closed the door on him. I'll tell you, he's not being intimidated by Earnhardt. He's doing a great job staying in front of him.
Well, you can't intimidate many people who have grown up running the short tracks up around Hagerstown or Williams Grove. I mean, those tracks are intimidating themselves, so he's got to feel pretty good coming to a track like Bristol, which reminds him of his roots up there, and Tom Peck doing a great job.
Earnhardt has L.D. Ottinger, the car number 2, on his back bumper. L.D. lives in Newport, Tennessee, not too far from Bristol. So he has a lot of fans here rooting for him.
This is L.D.'s home track, as you said, that he grew up running the late model Sportsman Series here for many years prior to the Touring Series concept, which started for Busch Racing about 9 years ago. So it's probably his favorite racetrack for many, many years. So L.D., no stranger to running well here at Bristol.
Finished second here in August last year, so he certainly knows how to get around it.
Now in car for Kyle Petty, Ames Department Store in car. There's the Big Mama Beach car right in front of Kyle. That's the Steve Grissom machine. Kyle doing a well of a job. That started back in 24th spot.
Now running in 8th spot.
There's the look of Kyle Petty's car, now trying to work over. Remember, that inside groove is the way to go. And Earnhardt, even he realizing he cannot make the move to the outside. He's hoping possibly to get maybe a little worry there on the Tom Peck car, maybe encouraging him to make a mistake. But even Earnhardt, Ned, not willing to make that outside move.
No, he doesn't. But I'll tell you, there's a car back behind him that is going on the outside. It's working pretty good. And that's Michael Waltrip. We'll get on him in a moment as we watch Earnhardt climb, but he just does not want to get up on the outside. We see Kyle Petty now moved up there behind L.D. Ottinger, so Kyle on the move. But this yellow and red car, number 30 of Michael Waltrip, has passed 2 or 3 cars up on the outside. So he's pretty brave getting up there, but evidently his car is working because he made some passes there.
There's the Michael Waltrip car on the left of your screen. The new paint job somewhat with the Kool-Aid Country Time Pontiac. But they are battling still back up front. Earnhardt now trying to make a move, but
Finally does.
finally getting inside of Tom Peck. A great run by Tom Peck, and the veteran Dale Earnhardt now makes the move inside, and he will take over the 4th spot as we are again showing a yellow flag here at Bristol International Raceway. We are in the early laps here. Jimmy Hensley showing the way. Stay tuned. A lot more racing action coming your way. Now Dale Earnhardt now in 3rd spot. Tom Peck and L.D. Ottinger, the veteran driver. We are back to green flag racing. And Hensley now trying to hold off the charge of Rick Mast, the car number 22. And Mast is a lap down as a result of an unscheduled stop early on. And he can get that lap back if he can just get by Hensley. Good run for Mast.
Well, he has a little fresher tires on than does Jimmy Hensley, and he does get back in front of Jimmy Hensley, so he is taking the lead lap, running in the 21st position. So now 21 cars in the lead lap.
And Jimmy Hensley's car getting up out of the groove, and that's what happens, I guess, if you get up high, Ned.
Yes, it does, and it cost him about 4 or 5 positions. Now, Chuck Bowen has taken over the lead. Earnhardt moves into 2nd, L.D. Ottinger 3rd, 4th Kyle Petty, and Hensley drops all the way to 5th place.
Outside, not the quick way around here. It's still quite slippery up there. They have not been able to get that much rubber up on the outside of the racetrack.
Now let's take a look at Tom Peck in that car number 96. He's had Dale Earnhardt behind him most of the race. Earnhardt finally got by. Now he has another Winston Cup driver, Michael Waltrip, in the car number 30. Dogging him. Now Waltrip has passed a couple of cars on the outside, Jerry. Don't know if he can pass Tom Peck on the outside, but in his move up from way back in the field, Michael Waltrip started 28th position. So he has moved up towards the front.
And he is now in 7th spot as Michael Waltrip in the car number 30, and he is trying to make that move and take 6th spot away from Tom Peck. Kyle Petty now making his move into the top 5, and there is Chuck Bowen and Dale Earnhardt, the front 2 cars. L.D. Ottinger, good run for the veteran driver from Newport, Tennessee. The car number 2 is Ottinger, and back there, the car number 42, just behind Ottinger, is Kyle Petty. He is now 4th. He started back in the 24th position. Here's a look back in the pack for the battle between the car number 96 of Tom Peck and Michael Waltrip on the inside. That's the lap car now of Rick Mast. A brand new race car for Rick Mast. They are trying to get the car dialed in. As we got a battle up front now as and that is Kyle Petty now going around the L.D. Ottinger car.
He did it on the outside, so that outside groove now beginning to work in. Look, he's going to try Chuck Bowen on the outside. Makes the pass with ease. So that groove up there maybe is not quite as bad as they thought it was, Jerry, or maybe just the running that they've done up to this point has worked a little bit of rubber in that groove, and now they're able to pass it.
So Kyle Petty now moving in on Dale Earnhardt. A great job by Jerry Kennedy and the crew to get Kyle Petty's car down.
Minnie, what do you think about that second groove that they're able to pass on now?
Ned, I think enough cars have spun out up there that they've got all kinds of rubber up there. We've seen 2 or 3 spin outs. Yeah, it is getting rubber up there. The guys are going up and they're doing a great job. And the Winston Cup guys, they're loving this. Look, Kyle Petty in the lead.
Moved right around Dale Earnhardt up on the outside and says goodbye, Dale.
And he didn't even wave on the way by, Ned. He just went by with ease. He made it look simple out there, but Kyle Petty has really got this car dialed in.
It is working, no question about it, and he's driving the wheels off of it. Earnhardt's car, don't believe is working quite as good, Jerry, as he would like for it to. You see him slip up a little bit there. L.D. Ottinger had a notion to try to go under him, but he couldn't quite make it. Here comes Mark Martin in car number 1, trying to move on the inside of Tom Peck.
And the car number 30 of Michael Waltrip has just passed Tom Peck, and Peck is trying to hang on. And Mark Martin, the car that won here back last August in that Ford, the Carolina Ford dealer's car out of the Bill Davis stable, he's trying to make a move inside of Tom Peck.
They're battling for the 6th and 7th positions.
Michael Waltrip making his way back toward the front, and there's the man they're chasing right now, Kyle Petty. Kyle Petty looking for his first win of the year. This car finished 2nd at Rockingham, but it is currently leading here in the 100-250. Stay tuned, a lot of racing action to come your way. Any problems or vibrations at all is Kyle Petty, who is showing the way here, followed by the veteran L.D. Ottinger, Dale Earnhardt, Michael Waltrip, and Martin Martin now enters the top 5. 6 through 10, Jimmy Hensley, who had a great run early on, Chuck Bowen, Tom Peck, Dale Jarrett now being shown back in the top 10, and Bobby Hamilton. And there is Kyle Petty now working over the Robert Presley car. The groove moving up a little bit, Ned.
Yes, it is moving up, and we continue to see cars pass on the outside, and Kyle Petty was one of those. He passed the leaders on the outside, so he has no problem when he catches traffic passing them on the outside.
Then how can one car suddenly just come out of the pack like Kyle Petty and be just so hooked up here at the short track?
Well, I think whoever sets that car up, Jerry Kennan or whoever it is, did a masterful job in setting that car up for the racetrack today.
Let's check in with Benny Parsons and see exactly maybe what have they done to that car, Benny?
Jerry Kennan, what in the world have you done to Kyle Petty's automobile to make it run so fast?
Well, he had to start the car in the back. I just told him to start running hard and don't let up. He ain't let up yet.
But this racetrack is extremely slick. We kept talking about how slick it is, but yet he's able to pass the wheel. Is that a car or just Kyle taking the chance?
It's a combination. I had a lot of notes when the racetrack was sealed before, and that Ames Pontiac is hooking up good today.
Okay, buddy, good luck.
Jerry Kennan deserves a lot of credit. He was the crew chief when Sam Ard won here, and when Ard won 2 series championships in the Busch Series competition. But right now, the battle heating up back for second, third, and fourth place. Now, L.D. Ottinger, the veteran driver, it is his hometown track. He is from nearby Newport, Tennessee. He is trying to fend off Dale Earnhardt in the car number 3. Michael Waltrip also sitting back there. He's got a great seat for that battle. And now Michael says, well, you couldn't make it. Maybe I'll take a shot at him. Michael Waltrip makes the move in turn 1, but Earnhardt and he both slide up into the outside group.
We're looking at Mark Martin, who has made a masterful run from the rear of the pack. He made a pit stop early in this race, so he came from the back, now running in 5th place in that Carolina Ford number 1.
That's the Bill Davis-owned car, the car that won here at Bristol last August on ESPN. They finished second in this race last spring. That car really handles the high banks here at Bristol very well, moving around the damaged car of Clifford Allison. Let's take a look at Mark's progression. He, of course, started 29th, was 14th, then 8th at 100 laps, now being shown in 5th position.
And he is doing a great job coming up through the field and putting a lap here on the car number 44 of Bobby Labonte, who started on the pole.
Heavy traffic now in front of Kyle Petty, who is our leader, and that is the car number 63 of Chuck Bound, who was one of the lead cars early on. And now they'll make it 3 wide as Robert Presley on the outside, Bound in the middle. It's a Bound sandwich, and they still slide up as Robert Presley just gets a little wiggle and wobble there out of turns 3 and 4, and Kyle Petty makes it 5.
Yes, it wasn't long ago that Chuck Bound was leading this race, Jerry. Now he's a lap down.
That sort of shows you what can happen on a short track when you really get the car hooked up. And now Michael Waltrip has got his car riding on a rail. He moves inside of Dale Earnhardt to take the second spot away.
And he did that with relative ease. Michael started back, as we said earlier, in the 28th position. Now works his way all the way up to second. Kyle
Petty showing the way here in the Ames department store, Pontiac, as the fans really smile and enjoy the beautiful weather. Stay tuned. Rear of Tommy Houston. Houston's car is Buick spinning, and he will slam the wall in turns 1 and 2. Really coming into hard contact. Houston high in the point standings, and he was not a happy camper, Ned.
No, he wasn't. During a caution, he caught up to Kyle Petty going into turn 3, and you can see he gives him a little bit of a nudge there. They make it 3 deep. However, they are under caution, but Tommy Houston was not happy about the lick that Kyle Petty gave him.
And later on, we're going back to green flag racing. Now, the front straightaway, there is Michael Waltrip and Kyle Petty, the car number 30 and 42, and they slam the wall. Michael Waltrip will spin his car number 30. Kyle comes off the wall and is able to continue on. Then 1 lap later here, just coming out of turn 2, Michael Waltrip's car begins to slip and slide on the outside and contacts the concrete wall nearly head-on. The car is sawed in half by that concrete barrier there. One of the most spectacular and violent crashes I have ever seen, Ned Jarrett.
Jerry, I've been involved in auto racing for more than 30 years, and I don't remember ever seeing a car torn up this much.
The safety crews had run over to the car likewise. Darrell Waltrip was there. Let's check with Benny Parsons.
Thank you very much, Jerry Punch. Darrell, what an unbelievable crash that your little brother Michael had.
Just praise God, Benny's alive. I was standing looking right at it, and I couldn't move. I mean, I just froze. I never seen anything like that in my life. The car just disintegrated, and I knew he was in it. And I thought he was hurt. But I walked up there, and the car is gone. Everything's gone, and the roll cage is all bowed up. And I looked at him. He looked up at me and winked. So, Mom, Dad, he's a Waltrip. He's got a pretty hard head.
And I'll tell you what, a testimony to the way these automobiles are built.
Certainly, Ned, of course, this Banjo Matthews car put together for Ronnie Silver a few years ago. The roll cage was intact, and there is Michael Waltrip now standing up, climbing out from around that shredded, mangled mass of sheet metal that was a Pontiac Grand Prix just a few moments ago. Michael now walking over to try to get into the safety car. And take a look at this, Ned.
There's nothing left of the automobile, and yet the man has walked away from it. However, it has been taken to the infield hospital, but look, they're just picking the car up by pieces.
Well, Benny Parsons standing outside the infield care center where they have been checking Michael Waltrip over. Let's go down to Benny Parsons and see just exactly how Michael's feeling.
Folks, you're going to have to let us know. Mikey?
Yeah, Ben, I think I'm all right. Got some contusions and a little bit of confusion, but that's probably not too unusual. Can't really tell you what happened. I know that we got spun out earlier and then was passing Robert Presley on the outside, best I remember, and he ran us up into the wall. But tell Mom and Dad Daddy's not doing too good either, but I think I'm all right, and we'll go home, get a good night's rest tonight, and try to figure out somebody to help us get through those 500 laps tomorrow.
Well, you need to rest up because, baby, let me tell you, you ain't going to believe the pictures you're going to see when you see that.
Yeah, hope we did a good job for Kool-Aid anyway. That's the first thing.
Well, Jerry, he's got to be okay. He gets his sponsor's name in there.
They're fixing up that gate where Michael hit over there. Let's take a look one more time and give that Kool-Aid man on the hood of that Pontiac a wild ride. Now, just coming out of turn 2, that's the crossover gate, and Michael hits the juncture of the gate and the concrete wall that begins the back straightaway. The car is literally sawed open, and you see the steering wheel now sticking out to the left side of the car, and this is what's left of Michael Waltrip's Kool-Aid Country Time Pontiac. Michael Waltrip lucky here, a great race car, and he is waving to the crowd, headed to the infield hospital. We'll be back after this. And we welcome you back to Bristol International Raceway. There's the top 5. L.D. Ottinger showing the way. Dale Jarrett now moving into second spot. Dale Earnhardt, Kyle Petty, and Mark Martin being shown in 5th spot. As you look through 6 through 10, the dramatic sequence of events just a moment ago as Michael Waltrip's car literally swallowed in half, and Michael has been flown to a nearby hospital. Hopefully be back tomorrow for the Valleydale Meets 500. There's been a repair made to the guardrail in turn 2, and we're back underway. Green flag flies here at Bristol International Raceway, and the veteran from Newport, Tennessee, L.D. Ottinger showing the way.
Dale Jarrett running in second place. They get by the lap car, Tom Peck.
Out of 3-car length separation there. Jarrett having made an early pit stop. He was involved in a chicane there out of turn 3 when Jeff Burton had tagged the wall and had to come in for an unscheduled stop and change a tire. Now he's made his way all the way back up toward the front. Let's go back inside the Ames department store in-car camera. That's the Kyle Petty car. Kyle currently in 4th spot. He is trying to work the rear deck of the Chevrolet of Dale Earnhardt.
Now, Kyle at one time was a dominant force in this race, Jerry. But having been involved in a couple of skirmishes, now trying to take over 3rd from Dale Earnhardt. You can see he tried it high, then tried on the inside. Still hasn't been able to make the pass.
Now Dale Earnhardt is trying to get by the lap car of Tom Peck, and Peck has run very, very well. Was lapped early from an unscheduled stop. And now Michael Waltrip, you see the side of that Chevrolet trying to move inside. But while Waltrip's on the bottom of the racetrack, one car moving alongside him to take the spot is the car number 1 of Mark Martin.
Martin made a pit stop. Of course, that's Kyle Petty in car number 42, and he loses that position to Mark Martin. As Martin, with new tires on that Ford, was able to move by on the outside while Kyle was trying to take Earnhardt on the inside.
So Kyle Petty in the car number 42. They're having trying to get by. Now he gets a run off of turn 2 and will make a move inside of Mark Martin. And Kyle Petty really getting that car dialed back in. Again, jumps back in the throttle, moves by Martin, trying to hang on, but the car gets a little bit loose. And here goes Mark Martin on the outside.
Boy, he's been in several fender benders already here today, but he's still driving very aggressively, and there he goes, back around Mark Martin. As Earnhardt gets to his grip before he can even think about Dale Jarrett and L.D. Ottinger.
Kyle Petty a moment ago able to see that Michael Waltrip, his good buddy, was okay as Michael was being carried down pit road there to the helicopter. Michael gave him the thumbs up and said, "I'm all right," but Kyle trying to hang on. He may not be okay. He's got a fistful of race car behind him there. That's the Ford Thunderbird of Mark Martin, and now Kyle tries to make a move and will make a move inside of Dale Earnhardt.
Boy, what a run he got off of turn 4 and down the front straightaway to make that pass on Earnhardt. Now Martin trying to move around Earnhardt. Earnhardt's car going very high in the turns.
Dale Earnhardt has a lot of strength in the straightaway, but the car really drifting up in the corners. He can keep it down here in turn 1, but the car drifting up in turn 2, and now Mark Martin will move inside of him. Trouble in the front straightaway. Clifford, Allison, and Robert Presley have come together and tagged, and Robert Presley trying to get his car refired. As Ottinger comes by, that's the lead car, and Presley trying to get back around.
And I think he would be allowed to do that because they were past the start-finish line, and Ottinger had taken the yellow flag.
Ottinger now getting ready to go back to green flag, being followed by Dale Jarrett. A couple of cars, Ned, who go back to green have made pit stops, one of those being Earnhardt.
Yeah, Earnhardt came in for 4 tires, and probably a good move on his part. He just moved around Mark Martin here on the restart, moving from 5th to 4th position.
With only 5 cars in the lead lap, that would allow Earnhardt to close back up in the 5th spot on the restart, and therefore he does not have that many cars to pass. And now the man they're chasing is L.D. Ottinger. There's Earnhardt now working his way back in the pack. 15 laps to go here at Bristol International Raceway for this Budweiser 250. Dale Jarrett's got to be getting ready to make his move, and I guess L.D. Ottinger, he may know Kyle is coming. Now it's 1.1 second, but I'm sure Ottinger knows Kyle is coming. The crews have told him that he's got to be more concerned about the man who's
Here's
right
Jarrett
on the
going by on the inside of L.D. Ottinger going into turn 3. They are in very heavy traffic over there. Ottinger got boxed in. Jarrett got through on the inside and made a pass for the lead, but here comes Ottinger back on the inside going into turn 1, and they touched. And let's see, can they pull it out? Ottinger got on the inside of Jarrett and touched him, but what a great driving job by both of those drivers. Now Jarrett coming back up and said, hey, I didn't like that too well.
Ottinger back up front. This will help Kyle Petty. Now he is only about 4 car lengths back, and these two guys have really been mixing it up here
and
at Bristol
a little bump
International
right there.
Raceway.
Jarrett bumps Ottinger a little bit, tries to move on the inside as they go into turn 3. This is where Jarrett has been gaining on him. He gets down on the inside once again, but can't make the pass. Boy, what racing we got here at Bristol today.
We'll be back with the conclusion of the Budweiser 250 right after this. It was on the inside, Ned.
Yeah, Dale made a good move, really, to get the lead, and Ottinger went into turn 1. He decided he wanted the lead back, and he went in a little bit hard. They tangled. It's a miracle they didn't spin out.
Dale Jarrett did a great job to keep that car from spinning, as did Ottinger, and now those 3 cars, 1, 2, 3. Ottinger showing the way. Dale Jarrett in second spot. Kyle Petty sitting back there watching and waiting as laps are winding down. 8 laps to go. That time by.
Okay, as we look out Kyle Petty's windshield, you can see a lot of traffic that they're coming up on. That was traffic a moment ago when Dale Jarrett made that pass, and they're coming up on Bobby Labonte, who is running in the 9th position. He's the Busch Grand National point leader, about to go 2 laps down. He's already 1 lap down. Ottinger moves up on Labonte.
Taking a look at it from Kyle Petty's viewpoint, got a big shot of the rear of that Crunch Pontiac for Dale Jarrett. It has been a slugfest throughout the afternoon, and who will be left standing? Well, laps are winding down. It'll be 5 to go next time by. Ottinger trying to hang on to get his first career win of the 1990 season.
And look at Kyle Petty. He got a run off of turn 2 on Jarrett going into turn 3. Kyle down on the inside. Jarrett trying to get under the car number 2, and he couldn't do it of L.D. Ottinger, but Kyle has to back off, so Jarrett hangs on to second.
Now heavy traffic, and you're taking a look at some of the glare as 5 laps to go. Now there's Kyle Petty moving around one of the lap cars.
Now what's going to happen here? L.D. Ottinger behind the car 96. Well, that car 96 has been running good. That's Tom Peck, so he moves around that car number 25, okay? 26.
That was the 7th place car. Tom Peck is now lap winding down, and Ottinger now moves in on the car number 56 of Ronald Cooper, moves to the inside of Cooper.
And here's Jarrett trying to move on the outside. Here comes Kyle Petty on the inside of Jarrett, but Kyle Petty was cut off by Jarrett going into the turn as Jarrett dipped under the Ronald Cooper car. Boy, I'm telling you, they were doing some driving, Jarrett.
Kyle just on the brake to keep him running. We got trouble over in turn 3. In the wall hard is the Martin car number 1. Martin's car now still coming, still running back around, and we have a yellow flag. Caution flag being shown, hard impact.
And just a couple of laps to go, so this race could end under caution, and L.D. Ottinger would win it.
Let's take a look at what happened. There's Joe Nemechek, car number 87 on the outside. Mark Martin was the 4th place car chasing the pack, and he comes into contact there with Nemechek. His car now bowing to the right and slamming the outside retaining wall. Ned, that's a pretty tough lift.
Yes, it was. It sounded like the tire just let go and shot him right straight up into the wall. He hit it pretty hard.
White flag now being displayed in the field. We are under caution here for the hard impact of Martin Martin in the wall in turn 3. Caution being shown in the field. And the white flag being waved. Final lap here in the Pontiac safety car. Dale Jarrett had actually pulled around L.D. Ottinger when the caution came out, trying to race back to the caution flag, but it looks like Ottinger was the car back to the flag first. So this time by, L.D. Ottinger will take the checkered flag and pick up his first win of the 1990 season.
Well, he has driven a whale of a race here this afternoon, and he had his hands full this last 30 laps.
A partisan crowd on their feet here waving to Newport, Tennessee driver L.D. Ottinger, who takes the win. L.D. Ottinger, two-time series champion, picks up his third win on Busch Series racing here over the years in front of the hometown fans. A great run for Ottinger in the Detroit Gaskets car. So the Budweiser 250 is complete, and there's the car that won, L.D. Ottinger. We'll take a look at the top 10. Dale Jarrett finishes second. Kyle Petty, Mark Martin, Dale Earnhardt, and the remaining 10. We'll be back to talk to the winner after this. Victory Lane.
Thank you very much, Jerry Punch. LD, what an exciting race.
Was that a race? I tell you what, I was tickled to death. You know, those guys, I like to race like that. You know, Detroit Gasket, Ron Parker, Oldsmobile has a fine race car today. Mike builds a good motor finally. You know, Goodyear, we didn't have a flat tire today. Everything worked well for us, and we're here. I know we could do it. I tell you what, I love it.
This is your home track, right?
Yes, you know, I've won a lot of races at Bristol. I've won some 400-lap races. You know, we have a lot of fans here. All my people from home are here. Steve B's here, the guy who used to help me get back in this division. I love him, too. And I tell you what, Ron Parker and these people, they believe in me, so we're here.
Well, it was indeed a slugfest here at Bristol International Raceway. What a violent crash Michael Waltrip had. But the good news is he walks away completely unscathed. He'll be checked out and be able to race again. A true testament to the safety here of NASCAR racing. A great win for L.D. Ottinger here at Bristol. But now, let's go back to Ascot Park.